numbers for sure.
And
that is literally... Oh, go ahead, NullRage.
Just to go ahead and answer that question for myself, my answer is identical to what Malfean just said.
I was going to say the exact same thing,
Yeah.
except I came back after Loki was released.
Yeah,
What NullRage hasn't told you yet is that we're soulmates.
It's true. It's true. We were born for each other.
Man, I'm so hurt right now.
Can you feel the love tonight?
I still
Well,
love you,
Jordan and I
Jordan's being
are
left behind on
together.
his stream.
You told me we were going to elope, Malfean. I don't understand.
Times are hard, just gotta get broken before it can be whole. It's wisdom, Malfean wisdom.
He's gonna write a
Cartman?
book.
We lost.
Yeah,
Cartman?
we
It
lost
happens.
hard.
Oh, Wolverine.
And we didn't get Wolverine.
No.
Yeah.
How close
Oh,
are you, Wolfie?
It's like halfway, so you do one, and I'll like just go do some. I'll get another level and do some legendary quests, so I'll probably catch up a bit that way.
Sure. I mean, we can take a minute for sure.
Yeah, go do a legendary quest. We'll
I'm 19 though. I'll do a legendary quest.
Oh,
We're
right.
on that Midtown Pass.
That's right.
Alright.
Oops.
All right,
I'm
let's
waiting on
go.
you.
Well, we can't go into his midtown, unfortunately. We can't do anything with him right now.
Now,
God, Wolverine.
talk to me
Go
about
run.
Sorry, I
about
was
Nunchuck Beatdown, real quick, Malf.
What about it?
It's gonna be better than I was thinking about going 1 point in basics and putting other things in other places because
You can.
eventually I intend to equip a PIMS, which means no spirit problems. PIMS for me usually means never having to use a basic, and that's why I enjoy it so much. So I think I'm just gonna 1 point in my basics. Might be cool.
NullRage, you want to do a really quick Hollow Sim while Wolverine levels?
That sounds wonderful.
That's
Double
what I was gonna suggest to
Daredevil.
Wolverine.
Hollow Sim.
Hey, Evil
Will it
Blade,
be
welcome to
quicker
the
than just
stream.
grinding?
Yeah, you can use the Hollow
Yeah.
Sim. It doesn't level it amazingly quick, but if you're halfway, you should get it done by wave 9 or 10.
Time to get carried.
Oh, less than that, I think.
Carried by
Yes, this is-
MalfeanWW.
I love Armored Daredevil. I think it's the only way I would play Daredevil. This Excalibur, though.
Yeah, Excalibur's nice, dude. When I was leveling the prestige on my Nightcrawler, that Excalibur does so much work.
Yes, Nunchuck speeds up with points. I will say that at level 60, it was brutaling for like 40 or 50k, and with 4 Hella Blessings, like, I couldn't be more happy with it. The reason why I'm not using Staff Strike, which has more damage, and it is a little bit slower, but since we're using a lot of Spirit abilities, shouldn't be a big deal. The reason why I'm not using it is because occasionally Staff Strike puts you too far away from enemies to Triple Strike. Like, Triple Strike, you'll be using it, but you'll be whiffing at the same time, and that to me is, like, not good because I don't pay enough attention sometimes to notice until I've already Triple Striked like 4 times and I'm not hitting anything. So I just don't like that. I'd rather use the ability that gets me, like, guaranteed damage at that point.
Yeah, I'm with him. I thought about Staff Strike. It's nice in theory, but you gotta pay more attention to it.
It's really cool. I mean, it hits like a truck. It feels great, but I actually really like Daredevil Noir, by the way. Really quick. Sorry, go ahead, NullRage.
It works sort of the same way that the combination between the two skills of Luke Cage's, what is it? The one where he hits him with a belt and applies vulnerability. I don't know, we're just going to call it Chain Belt Smack. Okay, that's a good name. Alright. Skill made. Anyway, and Dempsey Roll. Now, Dempsey Roll, you got to be right up on somebody's face to use that skill. And the Belt Smack, it's a melee attack that attacks them from just outside of melee range. So oftentimes you'll have to move up close to use Dempsey roll.
Yes, yeah, and that's why I use crowbar, and it's never really been an issue, but Dempsey roll was really frustrating for a long time because of its numerous bugs that were super fun. Also, to answer a couple questions in chat really quick, I am not a big fan of the Earth X Daredevil costume. I don't know what it is, I just really like Armored. Armored is pretty solid for me. I really like Daredevil Noir. I think it was a super cool costume. I like it much better than Spidey Noir. I don't like Luke Cage Noir, but I do use Punisher Noir. I think it's like one of my favorite costumes in the game. I really, really like it. HoloSim random is pretty good, it seems, for leveling, especially pre-20. I did throw like my 58 Gene in there, and by wave 12 I was getting half a level. Keep in mind though, I do have a 188% XP synergy bonus because I am a no-lifer, and that's important to me. It's important to me that I don't. It's important to me that I don't know what females look like.
I've seen one, but only from afar.
Yeah, you know, it's not a thing. It's not a thing. Why is it a thing? Ding 23. This is going pretty well. An hour, we're in the 20s. It's pretty good. Wolverine just hit 20.
That means X defense, right? Yeah.
Are we gonna go till we lose? Of course we are, cause we're men.
Let's go
In tights.
one or two more. One or two more. Just wanna,
That was a great reference, Null.
that was a good reference. These, if you can get these waves consistently, like this endless spawning waves, you will get tons of XP because you'll get those bonus orbs at like 25. Like if you see, they're a ton of XP. They're basically like the XP that I would get from completing an entire X defense wave just for completing, you know, these like random little achievements. And with a character like Daredevil who's got Rebounding Club, or Cyclops in here, Jean, unbelievable.
Man. Yeah.
Loki. That Loki.
That
Oh,
Loki,
yeah.
yeah, permafrost spikes, guys, bouncing bolt, any of those.
Oh, that's such a good build. It's such a good build.
You have Deceptical to thank for that. He's an incredible Loki player. Red 5 Prestige, and worked with me really heavily on that build and my Black Panther build. He's credited in both. Somebody was asking me about an Emma build. There will be one soon. I'm actually going to do 2 Emma builds, I think. I'm going to do a TK build, and then my roommate over here, who's sitting behind me, Armbar, has an amazing Diamond Emma that he's been working really hard on, and I'm probably going to steal that and use that for... I'm going to start a new series of guides, I think, called MalfeanWW Gimmick Guides, that do builds that are not generally played super well, or not played super often, but might be fun.
Oh, that sounds cool. I like to.
Yeah.
I'd like to see the under a certain amount of HP build. I don't know what hero you want to do it on. Probably Ghost Rider or Moon Knight. Moon Knight has some possibilities for, you know, when below 40% HP or whatever. Using all of those different artifacts. What do we got? Extremist Serum B. You know, things like that. Malekith Medallion. So there you go. There's a gimmick request straight from NullRage.
Sounds good to me.
Those gimmicks.
They're fun. I think there are totally some gimmick builds in this game that are pretty cool. Who would I say is my main? I think my main is Deadpool. I would probably say he was the most geared out until I took a bunch of gear off of him today. I took all my Hella Blessings off to give him the Daredevil. And I took his Excalibur off because I've been giving way too many Odin marks away for contests and stuff, and I have to give another 200 away on Monday, so I like never have Odin marks for legendaries or whatever anymore. I have like I'm a Cran Shard, a Gun Gear, an Excalibur, and oh my god, I think I have one more.
Now, can you unbind legendaries and it resets the XP, right? So.
Oh, I have Norn Stones. And yes, you can. You can also now trade in your legendary for a limited amount of time to get 300 Odin marks back, so you can purchase a different one.
Yeah, I saw that. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, which is pretty awesome.
So the legendary you're rocking right now on your Daredevil, what level is it?
It is a level 3. I was trying to get it to 4, but I had some stuff to do before the stream.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
It's a level 3 Excalibur, so lots and lots of damage, as you can see by these numbers. They're a little crazy for this level.
Yeah,
what do you say? You want to say head out now?
Yeah, sounds good. We'll hook back up with the group back into XDev.
Do you have a full party for that right now?
Looks like we do.
All right, cool.
Cyclops would probably be my second character.
Here's a question, Science Be Done. Does difficulty level in Marvel Heroes mostly apply to bosses, suffixes, or whatever? The difficulty levels, like normal, heroic, super heroic, only apply to story mode, first off. And then from there, the biggest thing that you'll see in the higher difficulties is going to be additional suffixes or additional affixes as and that's and then of course more damage, more HP, you know, the typical stuff. But yeah, I think that answered the question. Anything you want to add, Malfean?
No, I mean, I think that covers it pretty well.
Bosses cheat.
Yeah, especially Mandarin when he spawns double cosmic power.
Oh, that cosmic power.
Oh, man.
It is so awful.
I don't know, that lunar boosted Mandarin spawning, every time I'd fight him, he'd spawn double power cosmic. And I don't even know.
Wave 1 Doombots for the lulz.
For the win.
For the I must run to catch up with group.
What?
You weren't such a loser.
Sorry.
In case you guys are just tuning in, NullRage and I are doing Daredevil rework leveling, which is super fun.
It hurts. How are you having fun when I'm dying?
Additionally, we might wipe on this wave 1 Doombots because everyone's like level 20. You can't do any damage to them.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yep. We're gonna wipe on wave 1 Doombots, guys. It's pretty awesome.
GG.
Wait a minute,
Just
I
need
can
wave
put
1 pyro
points into
now.
Street Sweeper. I might be able to save us. 1 point Street Sweeper, go. Okay. I'm saving us.
Gardelar, we just had somebody from chat who had been waiting to get in earlier, but I think we'll sub out. Like, we'll get like a legitimate run at this, because we're going to be in the 20s for 2 runs at least. So
Oh, yeah.
we'll get a legitimate run at this, and then I'll sub you in. Does that work?
And we've got a couple of folks too that have mentioned intels to me that they would like to go. I think Unlauder on a Rocket Raccoon and Odin of Valhalla.
Odin is in right now on Scarlet
Oh,
Witch
okay.
right now.
Good.
You're the boss, man. I'm waiting on you.
Well, I mean, we're getting XP. We may wipe on the wave, but we're gonna get plenty of XP.
Oh my god, these Doombots!
I wiped on Doom bot wave earlier when you guys were just starting. I was so pissed. We had like a Thing, a Daredevil, Black Panther, my Storm, and a Punisher.
Whew.
And I would run down there and die, run down there and die, and they would just all like stand there and watch me run in and die. They're like, yes,
Just
go
standing there.
in there by yourself, Storm. Go ahead. Yeah, the guy playing the Thing, he like ran outside the gate and just stood there and watched everybody run in and die. Because you would literally run in and fall over. Run in and fall over.
It's enjoyable.
Welcome to Marvel Heroes.
Welcome to Marvel Troll Heroes.
When's Marvel?
And Lantern Prime, thank you for following. If it makes you more likely to continue watching, because this is true, Green Lantern is my favorite DC superhero by a long shot.
Green Lantern's awesome.
Okay, hold on. No, we've got the real DC challenge here. Real DC challenge. Green Lantern may be your favorite DC superhero. Which Green Lantern?
Kyle
There you
Rayner.
go.
Hal Jordan.
Yes!
Hal Jordan. Al Jordan.
Kyle Rayner is
Kyle Rayner. It's all about Kyle Rayner. PG.
Sorry.
I didn't say anything bad. It was all you.
That was me.
The Rock. I heard they were doing a reboot of the Green Lantern. They're trying to get The Rock or Aldous Alba or whatever that guy's name is to do Green Lantern.
You know, I heard something about that too, but I think and my response to that is the only Green Lantern that The Rock should be playing is Kilowog. All right.
Truth. He's so big. That's true. If they got the guy that played the Gatekeeper in Thor, which is the Aldous Alba or whatever that dude's name is, I think he could probably pull off the other guy. But
John Stewart.
John Stewart, absolutely.
Yeah, he could pull off John Stewart. But I never had a problem with the Green Lantern movie. I watched it the other day with the kids, and
Oh my
I
God.
love that movie.
Oh my God.
I thought Ryan Reynolds was awesome.
You are banned from chat.
Yeah.
Yep.
I wouldn't say awesome. I mean, it was somewhere borderline watchable. So, but yeah, you had to put every good feeling you had about the old school Green Lanterns away in the closet and just watch it on its own merit.
Trapped in the closet, so I pulled out my gun.
I'll agree with that. That, if you kind of just disregard the fact that there's actual Green Lantern history, that the movie in and of itself may not be a great story, but it is watchable, and the way that they performed some of the stuff was decent enough. But compared to actual Green Lantern history, it's not as good. Which is funny, because one of the greatest Green Lantern writers, Jeff Johns, co-wrote the screenplay.
I just threw up in my mouth because you said that movie was watchable.
It is watchable.
It is watchable.
My son was standing here next to me going, Dad, we liked that movie.
Well, I just threw... You can tell your son that I just threw up in my mouth.
I have a headset on. He actually wanted to take the headset and say hi, but I'm like, no, you're not saying hi. There's like, no.
Best Green Lantern movie ever.
These people are mean. You don't want to talk to them.
Your son should talk to Zachariah. Right, Malfean?
Zachariah, so for those of you in chat, Zachariah is probably going to be on stream at some point. He is Jordan Jaded, who's in here with us in the Daredevil group. It's Jordan Jaded's nephew, and he's the coolest little boss of a kid ever. And I'm going to adopt / steal him at some point.
Oh.
How old is he? How old is that?
He's 10.
He's so cool.
My son turns 10 on the 8th.
Yeah, this kid's a dominant force in video games.
He has an awesome Human Torch with all uniqued out at like level 35.
Nice.
Right. He was in here. Well, he was the one that was in here the other day, right? Going, I can't kill MODOK. He keeps killing me.
Yeah, that little kid is gold ranked in League.
Dude, that's one game I can never get into. My buddies were talking about it, and like they play it like religiously, and I'm like, you guys are terrible. I can't play it. I just cannot get into it. I don't get it.
So back to
Then
Marvel
don't play
Heroes.
PvP.
It's about that Marvel Heroes, the game that we're playing right now.
Yep.
Are you guys having fun in your X defense?
Not really.
Well, that's one way to put it.
It looks like they're getting their butts kicked.
We're progressing.
All right, well, that's one word for it.
We're not dead yet.
No more dooms.
Oh man, the doom waves.
Focus one at a time.
Okay.
Alright, so I know...
Use the Force in Skywalker.
Hold on.
I know Malfean's answer for this, but I want to hear NullRage's answer. NullRage, what is the next tier that's coming up that you're looking forward to the most?
Rogue.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
I don't know when she's gonna be released. I'm gonna enjoy Doc Strange. I'm gonna have fun with Moon Knight. I'm probably gonna have fun with every hero that gets released. And Invisible Woman is supposedly after Doc Strange too. That sounds pretty cool.
That's confirmed.
But the hero I'm looking for the most is Rogue. And I don't even know if she's confirmed yet.
She is confirmed. Yeah, she's coming out.
Is? Okay, cool.
Yep.
Is it going to be Fireworks Rogue?
No,
Wait,
it's going to be... What they're talking about is a mechanic whereby she would take boss's powers in addition to having her like normal beat 'em up powers.
What?
So cool!
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yes, isn't it?
Dude,
That's why I want to play
that
her.
is awesome.
That is such an awesome mechanic.
Okay, so we're gonna have to do
Okay,
another
let's,
one of these.
At least looking forward to Juggernaut.
Oh, Juggernaut just seems like another Hulk character. I run you over because I'm the Juggernaut.
No, he's going to have according to what they were saying, some kind of interesting momentum mechanic that's going to make him different than a Hulk character or something like that.
I am
Really?
the most
So-
excited. Yes, I'm the most excited about Magneto. Oh, he's by far my character.
Juggernaut's going to be built on that mechanic of coming in like a wrecking ball.
It came in like a wrecking ball.
Okay, well, so that's over.
So,
That was wonderful.
So building off that last question, Malfean with Magneto and NullRage with Rogue, with characters that haven't been announced yet, I mean, not in any of the advanced packs or known to be coming, what are you guys looking forward to in terms of characters that could be in the game?
Want to take that one first, Mel?
boy.
North Star or Quicksilver. I want a speedster. That's what I want.
You won't get one. They've already said.
I know. That makes me sad.
Hey, Justin.
Done.
Welcome.
What is exactly the reason they gave for not giving us like
The
a
tech.
or whatever?
The tech. They said that you won't be able to do any sort of like speed up mechanic that would cause a character to have a visual effect that made them run around really fast and also propelled you through zones quicker. Because part of the tech problems that the tech problems in this game when you're in Midtown, for example, is that as you're moving, and everybody please accept the X defense, is that as you're moving, that would be you, NullRage again.
I got it.
You're trying to load sections of the game by moving. And so the problem with that is that with a speedster, you're going to be loading more of the game the quicker you move, and they don't think that they have the tech for it, which is cool. I mean, I understand it. I would Quicksilver is one of my favorite characters, and I would love to see Quicksilver in the game or whatever. But I get it. It's okay. I'm looking forward to characters I would like to see a full X-Force lineup. So I want Domino, who is coming.
Yeah.
Warpath. I would love to see Exodus at some point. He's kind of a big bad, and not really a good guy at all. But I would love to see Exodus. I'm a huge Magneto guy, so any Brotherhood characters, any acolytes, those would be the storylines and the characters that would really grab me. I'm an X-Verse person, so I really just want X-Men characters and Venom. So I think Venom is going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, Honori, I'm sorry, really quick. Honorian just pointed out, I can't believe I forgot, Black Bolt. You can ask the guys in chat, I've been talking about Black Bolt for months now, because I recently discovered Black Bolt in a big way, and have been reading everything in Humans I can get my hands on.
Nice.
Sorry, now go ahead.
Let's talk about Galactus. Do you think it's possible to have him in-game? I mean, we could have him as a raid boss, but do you think it's ever possible, the way the game is right now, or the mechanics, the way it works, to have Galactus as a playable character?
Raid boss for sure.
Raid boss.
As a playable character, actually, yes, it would be possible because he doesn't always have to be, 28 stories tall. He can grow or shrink at will because that's the type of thing he is. So you can have, you basically would have a giant.
Same way
man-sized
Loki
character.
works right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you wouldn't save him for, I think he'd be a raid boss. I don't think you would ever make him. He'd be like Apocalypse, right? They're both on that level. You wouldn't make him playable probably.
Yeah. By the way, Exodus could be a playable character because in X-Men Legacy, he did help restore Professor X.
That is true. That is true.
See, my big character that I want in this game so bad is the Hood. And, I would buy G out the butt to play that character. Please.
Raper, I want to play him.
It's all about my Jubilee concept.
Somebody told me about another hero, an actual Marvel hero whose power set was sort of the same as the Hood. The opening portals and walking through them, the teleporting
Cloak.
and all that. Cloak and Dagger. Yeah, that's who it was. And I think actually we talked about this a while back with Ruminos. That's who it was. Ruminos had an awesome idea for Cloak and Dagger. and I think he posted it on the forums. We encouraged him to, at least, so I hope it's there on the forums somewhere. But it sounded really cool, and this was way back in the early days of Marvel Heroes, so, you know, advanced mechanic designs, all this, you know, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, and Red Nurse in chat just said they would love to see an Onslaught raid boss, and Onslaught and Age of Apocalypse are like my top 2 storylines for raids. Like, I would kill for those as raids.
Like an Onslaught would be so great.
Just incredible. And like, release like Franklin Richards is playable.
Oh man,
Oh, that'd be impossible.
But you can
powerful,
warp
isn't he?
reality.
He's way too powerful for
So
that.
is Scarlet Witch. She
Scarlet Witch.
No, she's
eliminates
not.
every mutant.
Scarlet
so
Witch is
stable.
not that powerful.
She erased an entire race of beings from the planet.
Because she tapped into a source of power. This was how it was retconned in Children's Crusade. She doesn't actually literally have the power to alter reality. It just boosted her powers. Which is a stupid explanation, but that's what it is.
well, it's sort of the
Alright,
same
well, then
as
I still
Jean and the
say
Phoenix.
Franklin Richards.
But,
Yeah, I mean, she like can destroy worlds. We got her.
yeah.
That's true.
Speaking of which, my idea for a PvP mode would be either Civil War or AVX.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I would love
And,
to see
like-
Civil War.
Civil War,
Well-
they already have the tech for like the freeing the civilians in HoloSim. Like you run up to the civilians and like free them. My idea for a Civil War PvP battleground would be like fighting over a hero to join either side, and like trying to either capture them or rescue them from the other side, like as they're being reined in for registration or whatever. Which I thought would be kind of fun.
Now you guys seem to have a grasp on comics a lot more than I do. How do you think they could do what would make sense in storyline for a 1v1 PvP mode? How would they fit the story around that? Do what?
1v1 PvP.
Mortal
They could do
Kombat
some
style.
kind of
Trade room of some sorts.
They could do the thing of Danger Room, sort of like, you know, like
Mojoverse.
Mojoverse.
Yeah.
Mojoverse. I like it.
Mojoverse would work perfectly.
Yeah.
Mojoverse would be cool for, or like a Shi'ar like gladiatorial, or a Scaran like gladiatorial pit with like the
With
Emperor
leaderboards
as like
and
the
everything.
NPC,
Yeah. 1v1
Or
PvP
like
ladder.
or like a Vulcan, like have Vulcan as the NPC and do like the Shi'ar like arena pits.
Don't get me excited about having a playable gladiator, please. I would. That's almost as
I
much
love
as the hood.
What if they
Shut
made it more like their what if stuff?
It's true too. What if Tony Stark was Doctor Doom? Just do something like that.
Yeah.
What
Like
if
they've
my
already
foot
got the
stepped
what
on
if
my nail and nothing
costume, they
happened?
definitely like try to do something a little more with that whole what if scenario. It'd be interesting to see.
So what if Iron Man was the Punisher?
They'd have to fit it into challenges, and that's the beauty of the challenges thing is you can have outside of the storyline elements in challenges.
Very true.
I would expect.
Another good one would be what if the Punisher was Venom? That was a very interesting story.
What?
Yeah, it is.
That
I mean,
happened.
basically, that's what Flash Thompson is now anyway, is Agent Venom. But basically, Punisher goes up to the Venom symbiote and he's like, I know what you are, I know what you can do. What we're going to do is we're going to join, I'm going to be in control, you're going to give me the power I want, I can feed you the life force that you want, and that's how we're going to roll. I'm in complete control. Or I can just destroy you right now. Take your pick. And the symbiote was like, okay. And done.
Okay. I like that. That actually, it makes a lot of sense.
Just a couple questions in chat, really quick. CMB, I think after the Invisible Woman, we're probably going to get. They said second part of the year for Venom, so I guess we're not going to get. I'm thinking Star-Lord is going to be July to preempt the Guardians of the Galaxy movie by like a week, probably.
That's the guy I'm looking forward to.
So I think possibly Surfer. I think people have been like really excited about Surfer for a
Yes.
long time and been asking about him since day one. So I think Surfer. It could be Nova. It could totally be Nova, which makes sense.
Needs to be Jubilee in July.
Yeah,
with
Jubilee
the Skrillex ult.
with the Skrillex, all, and then just Jubilee.
beating down baddies with the power of wub wubs.
Like the game music, the in-game music changes to Bangarang the entire time you're playing.
Yes, that'd be fucking amazing. Oh, sorry,
I knew you were
sorry.
gonna say that.
Go Bangarang. All about Bangarang.
That would be awesome.
You're just tuning in. Daredevil's really squishy.
Yeah.
That's what I learned.
Yeah.
Today.
That's I just
Just a
learned
bit.
that myself. First-hand knowledge acquired.
Also, Vita-Ray projectors drop roughly once every 7.5 seconds.
I haven't gotten one.
Gotten 4.
I've
They got
gotten. I have a Kree Hyper Optics and a Woundgore Clay. And that's all I've gotten since the golden arrows of Cupid.
What is the red bubble?
That
Iron
is a
Man's-
Stark. Yeah. Yep.
It's an Iron Man something. I didn't catch the rest of that.
It's Iron Man's Healy drone.
There
You
we
stand
go.
in it, gives you heals.
Mhm.
Deployable medic.
Yeah. Yeah, Stark Tech Deployable Medic or something
There
like
you go.
that.
Yeah, I don't think they have a Scarlet Witch on their team.
Shh, don't tell them, Jake.
Wait, we don't have a Scarlet Witch?
I love Scarlet Witch. She's one of my favorite heroes.
We better call Jake from State Farm. Get us a Scarlet Witch.
No, you better call. You better call
Yeah.
Cliff Paul.
Oh no, I'm
And
frozen.
NBA references. Oh my god.
Oh! Ow. So, what do
Alright,
y'all
listen,
think about the combination of Mandarin and Green Goblin in XDev?
Makes me hate my
How
life.
do you like that? I think it needs more Electro. I don't know about you guys, but
Needs more
Less
ground
ground
AoE.
effects.
Needs more ground AoE.
yeah.
They need
And-
Needs to be a
just,
4-man
like,
wave.
Yeah, it needs to be a
With Sauron
four-man
and
wave.
Electro.
Let's add Electro and turn Black Cat into Rhino.
For Sauron.
Or Sauron. There we go. Yeah, Sauron. There we go. Perfect.
You just do the ground AoE, guys. You have the Green Goblin, the Electro, the Mandarin, and then Pyro, and there you go.
hmm Yeah, either Pyro or Sauron, either one.
Just have them both make it a 5-villain run.
There we go. There we go.
Oh yeah, oh that's not. Yeah, that works.
Yeah, absolutely.
You guys do
Totally
realize
fair
that
and
Black Cat
balanced.
has a ground AoE, right?
Huh?
Do you really?
Black
That's
Cat does
true,
things?
yeah.
Black Cat has the poison grenades.
Oh,
What?
I didn't know
So
Black
it
Cat
is a
did
legit
things.
ground AoE group. That's awful.
I thought Black Cat just like died. Thought that was her thing.
Stands there and hooks you into other mechanics.
Yeah.
That's another
No,
thing.
she
We
throws
should get all the
poison
chargers.
That is a bad idea, sir.
All the
Rhino,
Chargers.
Juggernauts, Kingpin, and then Malekith. There you go. Or Curse.
Curse.
Doesn't Lady Deathstrike has a charge, and Gorgon has a charge, and
That's true.
Living Laser
Bonebreaker.
has something sort of like a charge. Bonebreaker has a charge, but you know the only ones that really matter are Juggernaut and Rhino.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
We need scrolls in this game. Like, legit.
got scrolls.
Not the cow level, legit scrolls.
I don't know anything
We need
about
Super
scrolls.
Super Scroll playable.
Oh,
2014.
dude, playable Super Scroll, that'd be
Super
amazing.
Super Scroll playable. Called it right here. Super Scroll.
That would be
Wanted to
awesome.
buy a Sentinel.
Now, is he
factory
actually a hero,
terminal.
or is
He
a villain?
has done good
heroic
things.
things? Sort of like
he
Taskmaster, right?
On a much bigger scale, he joined with the Annihilators to try and stop the Annihilation Wave during that whole
Annihilation Conquest line. But that was like everybody was fighting for survival. So while not necessarily a good thing, it was more of a, hey, the circumstances that I'm in, I'm not trying to kill you guys. Let's go ahead and beat Annihilus before he kills us all.
Gotcha. So it was like, our objectives align this once, kind of thing.
We are going to sub out, I guess, Odin of Valhalla for Gardelar. Just because I'm trying to get everybody in who wants to go. Did you have somebody who wanted to go, NullRage?
I think Unladar. UANLADAR, if he's still with us. I think he's got a level 25 Rocket Raccoon, if I remember correctly.
Dat Raccoon.
Hey,
Raccoon. I actually leveled Raccoon just recently to level 60 and enjoyed it. Am I crazy? I feel a little bit crazy saying that.
I'm having a difficult time just getting him up to the big Flarkin gun. Other than that, you know, that's just my trouble right now.
Yeah, I actually stopped using big Flarkin gun. I went melee coon. Yeah, I went melee coon.
Just stop playing.
Just pets.
Retire.
That's not a thing.
It's I totally made it a thing.
That is not a thing.
I'll put the build together and we'll see if it makes any sense. It probably won't, but I'll totally make it a thing.
I'm starting at the red. NullRage quit Marvel Heroes.
NullRage is over officially. He is not. No, he quit Marvel Heroes. On Malfean stream, he dedicated himself to the disciplage of the Malfean ways.
It's beyond.
I'm gonna drop group real quick so I can. Actually, no, I don't think I have to. Nope, I don't. I'm gonna go put a rune word on my Uru real quick. My 25 Uru.
And we've got Ardames says he'll join when we hit the 30s bracket. He's got a 39 Hulk. Yeah, I'm seeing Lippy did the only pet thing with Rocket, worked out well it seems, but I do have to agree with the fans of Big Flarkin Gun. It is an amazing skill. I got to the point where it was using I didn't have the spirit generation to actually use it effectively, so I just went with the pets and pistol whip, and maxed out his defense shield thing.
Wolf, do you mind if I sub in one of Null's viewers real quick?
No, it's cool.
You are the man. Everybody, Wolverine, send him 100 million tells and tell him he is the cutest Wolverine corgi ever. Don't do that, actually. Don't make his life hard.
Yeah, here's his name. Unladar. UANLADAR.
Gotcha. Raccoon, and speaking of Rock Raccoon, we're going to be doing a stream on Tuesday with Leo Wild, the best Rocket Raccoon player I've ever seen, to celebrate the fact that he was Marvel Fan of the Week last week, and that Guardians of the Galaxy trailer was released on Jimmy Kimmel. And if you haven't seen it yet, go on the YouTubes, watch it. It's really good.
It was awesome. It struck me a little bit strange, not knowing anything about the Guardians of the Galaxy, that it seems like it's going to be sort of a comedy-esque action movie thing. It's going to have a lot more comedy elements, it seems, than the other Marvel
It's a rogues gallery. It's a rogues gallery of heroes.
Hey, thanks for the follow.
The trailer was placed in the chat for both channels.
Nice.
You the man.
Good stuff.
Everybody, Ryback's done, who is going to be streaming when we're done here, and is basically the man. So please go watch his stream, and also you can find him on, YouTube/Ryback's done?
No, I wish. That's my second lead channel. It's ROSS134, and I'll put a link here in a minute.
Yeah, please do. He makes amazing videos. That is a Rocket Raccoon unique, NullRage.
Mm-hmm. Oh wait, is oh wow, we get a rocket to join in. What do I get? A Rocket Raccoon unique. Nice.
Excellent.
I looked at it, I was like, unique! Ah.
That raccoon.
That raccoon. Well, I guess I don't think I'll be upping that to 60, but
I'm curious how you can't like Vin Diesel as the tree if we haven't heard anything from him as Groot.
hey, he hasn't said
Well,
anything
he's
yet.
gonna have one line, "I am Groot," and he'll say it over and over again.
And that's perfect.
I was more looking forward to him as Drax the Destroyer. I was kind of hoping that they would go for him as Drax is not like
He could
so
play
built
Drax.
that he. Well, yeah, like Drax is actually kind of like slim built. He's not like Batista built.
Yeah, and if you
That's
if,
okay.
I
Depends
don't
on the
know.
artist.
Some people, it seems like people either love or hate Vin Diesel. I personally, I'm not opposed. I rather enjoy Riddick and all that, and I think the character that he played in Riddick would coincide well with what I saw of Drax. So.
Well, how do you think he's going to do is...
That's on Pitch Black. That's all I gotta say.
How do you think he's going to do as Sinister? Because he signed on to play Sinister in a few years.
Probably great.
Probably Terabad because it's gonna look weird.
Yeah.
Like Jamie Foxx's Electro.
That yeah, that's a little strange.
Every time it's just like every time I see Electro, I just think of any number of Jamie Foxx comedies, and I'm like, why? Why is this happening? You've been doing so well. Why is this happening?
Well, Sinister always kind of struck me as a girly-looking dude. Maybe they actually should change that.
I think they got a big guy so they didn't have to build the armor out.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. Plus, I always, at the same time, seeing him being, like, the whitest black dude ever.
I thought that Vin Diesel would make a good Apocalypse instead of Sinister.
That's probably true.
Wesley
what's
Snipes
up?
for Sinister?
Yeah, you know, I could agree with that.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he has to get out of jail.
With the
He's got, like, this similar facial structure. And does a flat top well.
yeah, he does. He does do a flat top well.
He's not in
CMB,
there.
I would also really like to see Quicksilver, but we're not likely to get any speedsters. They've already said because of the tech.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier. I would also really like to see Quicksilver.
I agree.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe they'll find a way to make it happen. I mean, this game is always evolving, so I would not put limitations on them.
Well, they have the movement powers. Just
Yeah.
make one of the speedsters, maybe they don't run so fast. So they can't, you know, get around faster than everybody else.
They can make it so that they can run as fast as you want. What it's going to be is a lot of bouncing powers where you hit multiple people or can just randomly, not randomly, but continuously punch somebody as like some powers work now. The thing that they have to try to do is increase the tech for loading in their zones. If they have their zones as completely loaded at one character, the loading time's going to take a little bit longer, but if they can streamline it, that's how they're going to get speedster characters to work. Now, I think the longest, what's the longest zone in the game?
Doom.
Doom's
No.
Castle? Yeah.
That or Latveria. Probably Latveria.
Latveria is the longest outside zone, probably.
Yeah.
So once they figure out how to be able to get Latveria to load in a decent amount of time,
Speaking of
with
Sinister.
the whole map done, boom, they'll have Quicksilver in relatively quickly because, like Balance says, movement power basics, fast punches, exactly the way that Street Sweeper works with better animation will be the way that you can have characters like Quicksilver and Northstar work well.
My first time with the Sinister wave, by the way, if you guys haven't seen this yet, this is the new Sinister wave. It's a bunch of clones that are bosses and Reavers.
Yeah, I hadn't seen
That's
that before.
cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but you only get experience with him.
And it did seem a little bit weak, too, compared to the other. Of course, then again, I don't want Cyclops one-shotting me like he used to do when I do red terminals. when they go too high level. And dude used to do so much damage.
Oh yeah, somebody brought up in chat, Norway probably is actually bigger than Latveria.
Fair
That's
enough.
true.
Yeah, Norway is pretty huge.
The actually Mutant Town's also pretty big too.
Mutant Town is really big. I mean, like Mutate Marsh, all of those like continuous zones are pretty big.
Yeah, each chapter's sort of got their own. You know, it's hard to say which one's bigger than the other one.
Chapter 1 is fairly small. 2 is pretty small as well. 3 is large enough. 4 can get kind of big near the Fisk Tower, like Upper East Side. 5, 7, those are all really continuous. 8 and 9.
7 is pretty gigantic.
And the Savage Land is huge, like a little bit.
I think Savage Land might actually be the only continuous zone that has everything connected that you could walk from the beginning to the end.
Yeah, I think you may be
So
right.
that's definitely going to be that's the one you have to deal with is the Savage Land, because all the chapter sections are one after another. You've got the Dino Jungle, the area where that's next to the Shield Points, the Mutate Marsh, and then there's one other like the Thunder Falls.
I mean, keep in mind, I am assuming that's why. I'm not. They just said it's a tech limitation, and I'm just making an assumption, so I don't actually know.
But that seems to be a legitimate tech limitation if that's the way that their stuff loads. That might be their primary
because
reason.
like that's why sometimes like you get those black like borders in Midtown where it's like there's like a pit of nothingness until it loads in.
Yeah,
I've seen that happen a lot.
It's happened a lot more recently.
Okay, I was on mute, now I'm not.
There you go.
Well, I guess I'll try to say my joke. I was trying to say that I think Vin Diesel would be perfect for Groot. He's the most wooden actor in Hollywood.
That was. You were going back on mute promptly. JK. Yeah, I hate the Savage Land Lumina. It's like my least favorite zone in the game.
One thing that I'd like to see for either, you know, if they eventually get a speedster in, or maybe for Juggernaut, is a power or ability that scales its damage based off of the character's current move speed. That way, Snake Root relics would actually be the go-to equip thing on that, just like Gaborum's are on Iron Man, right?
Yep. Gibberim.
And I think Juggernaut would be the perfect candidate for that kind of move, because he's the Juggernaut. He's big and unstoppable, and the faster he's moving, the more he's gonna hurt.
Oh yeah, for sure. Thing 30.
Rats. Thing 29.
Y'all be eating my dust though.
Uh-oh.
He falls
He's gonna
from
get
like the outer
dusted.
stratosphere.
I gotta have to pop
Puts
an
a hole in the earth
experience
halfway
boost.
through it. Takes a bath in the core.
Unique. Found an ebony blade.
Grats.
That's Black Panther.
That's racist, Joe.
I'm curious to see what they'll do with Domino, because I think they can do some cool stuff with her luck-based skills.
Just really good passives and a bunch of probably like Deadpool abilities is I think what we're gonna get out of her.
Phantom X, Misdirection.
I want Phantom X really bad.
I could also see her having something similar to like Scarlet Witch, where like she has like a percentage to add different kinds of debuffs, so it's still kind of luck-based.
Yeah, and also like the ability to negate powers the way that Warding Veil can. Scarlet Witch's Warding Veil. Domino I think is going to be really fun. Like, always good to have kind of like I mean, I know we have like Lady Deadpool, but like a female Deadpool type assassin-y character. That'll be fun. I'm hoping that we get Gamora as well at some point from the Guardians. She looks really cool. I'm a big fan of Zoe Zalanda, so I'm excited about her in the movie. I know a lot of people are like, ugh, she just plays like weirdly colored chicks. like her Avatar performance, but I am really excited about her as Gamora and just having Gamora in general.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of hers.
Alright, let's test this Moon Knight.
Want to buy Lady Deathstrike?
Oh, Lady Deathstrike. Heck yes.
She can also be
Would
playable.
be cool.
Mariko.
Speaking of Lady
Female version of
Deathstrike,
Freddy Krueger.
hey, thanks for the follow. X-23 and the other side project hero, what is it, Beast?
Beast.
How long do you guys think it will take them to be released?
Hopefully not very long. I really want to see X-23 in the game. Much less excited about Beast, but I'm a huge X-Force junkie. A Second Coming is like one of my favorite storylines in comics. I would absolutely love to see every X-Force character. Archangel would be really excited about Warpath. So the quicker they can get X-23 in the game, the better, in my opinion.
See, I don't really get the whole excitement over X-23. She's basically just Wolverine.
Yeah, but she's awesome.
That's why she's a side project hero, and she's only going to be 200 Journey Splinters, is because the tech, or the skills, the way she plays, is probably not going to be much different than Wolverine.
Yeah, it's going to be more or less a cosmetic thing without a costume.
I prefer that.
Yeah.
He's probably also going to have maybe some interesting mechanics. What I was suggesting for her on the forums was an execute mechanic, like having her whole character built around executes.
Something to do with trigger scent, maybe.
I just posted a reply to somebody right before starting the stream that stated I wasn't a big fan of execute mechanics in general. And I think it had to do with Nightcrawler's execute skill. What is it? I don't know. It's some slash that's on cooldown. It's... I don't know. Like, how would you... What... Okay. Explain, if you could, for how that character with the execute mechanics would work. How X-23 would.
So I would think that she would have like some sort of passive based around her kind of like trigger scent ability, where she would do more damage to characters as they had less health.
Okay.
So she would become a stronger boss killer as battles, especially raid battles, went on, and that would be really fun. I was also thinking she'd probably have more martial arts focused moves because she has like the foot blades. Stuff like that, like just some interesting passives, maybe like slightly different than Feral Senses, in that maybe she'd, maybe like a passive that automatically applies vulnerability and weaken, something like that as well.
And she also has more training than Wolverine by kind of a lot.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She was trained to kill Wolverine, wasn't she? Wasn't that her entire purpose?
But Wolverine has hundreds of years of combat experience.
And he's Wolverine.
But the way that Wolverine is presented is that his combat experience is all extremely raw, and he, like, half the time doesn't even know what he's doing because he goes berserk, is the way that it's allegedly presented, obviously. It's very different. Wolverine is a tough character because he's been written by so many different people in so many different ways, which I feel like, if you read a lot of the X-Men comics now, he's a little schizophrenic because everybody's got their hands, like, on a Wolverine and is writing him in a completely different way. But I think that, you would have to look at the fact that he's a berserker, and he actually gets his butt kicked quite often. They use Wolverine because of his power as a way often to showcase like how powerful villains are. Like they just let a villain like up and kill him, and then he comes back and he's like, "Oh man, they're powerful. You guys should watch out." Everybody's like, "Yeah, Wolverine. That's why we sent you in first. We always send." He's like the guy who always gets sent down into the basement in the horror movie.
Yeah,
like, you send him down first because he takes the shotgun to the face.
Except for he just heals.
And I just want to say one quick thing about Gamora, too. I think she would be an awesome character to put in, because she's basically the Marvel version of Green Lantern. Well, Green Lantern has awesome powers.
Yes. Green Lantern was stolen from Marvel.
What?
It was stolen from Marvel.
Oh yeah? Like your story, you couldn't even keep a straight, like, mouth while saying that.
No, I don't. It's still... I like it. DC had to steal the Green Lantern so they can survive as a comic book. Period.
Before there was a Gamora.
But he's joking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's not the truth, but I really just don't like DC.
Now, okay, that's another thing that I see come up a lot playing this game, is the the Marvel fans that absolutely hate DC. In fact, somebody said the other day that talking about DC in social chat should be a bannable offense.
Oh my god.
That's a outright. That really is.
I don't agree with it being a bannable offense, but I'm not a DC fan. I like a couple of the DC heroes. I just find they're a little too black and white for me.
A little too black and white. Yeah, I agree with that. Especially in the case of Superman. I mean, he's
Whoa.
Super.
Yeah.
Man.
Be stepping up on my cape, homie. Just because him and Chuck Norris had a fight and the loser had to wear their underwear on the outside doesn't mean he's in the U.S. Hall.
That's amazing. That's pretty epic.
I'm also mad that he can beat Goku.
He can't beat Goku. Goku's power is kind of like magic. He would totally get stomped.
So let's talk about, really quick, how the Man of Steel movie was the greatest Dragon Ball Z movie we've never had.
Man of Steel.
Yeah, right?
And Fiora goes like crazy and is murdering all of those troops. It is. I just looked over at my friends who were sitting, and I was like, "This is Dragon Ball Z."
There's Vegeta with boobs.
I gotta go watch this movie now, don't I?
It's so good,
dude.
What's it called again? Man of Steel?
Man of Steel. It is so good.
Man of Steel.
Man of Steel.
Okay,
Yes.
I kept hearing
Superman.
Man of Steel. I'm like, why? I don't know this movie. Okay, yes.
Man of Steel. It's a new superhero. He's in the Young Avengers.
Right?
He is a manta made of steel. He flops around. He just kind of like flops around like on the ground. He's gonna be a new thing. He's gonna be in Marvel vs. Capcom 4.
He's the reason Steve Irwin is dead. He's the reason Steve Irwin is dead.
Oh,
you
too
beat me to
soon.
it.
Always too soon.
Wow.
That will always be too soon.
Poor Steve Irwin. Everyone loved him.
I did.
Actually, yeah, he was pretty great. But I mean, it's kind of expected. It was gonna happen.
Yeah, it was. It was only a matter of time. That guy, he's crazy. Or was crazy.
Just imagine if Steve Irwin would have met Sonic the Hedgehog in the wild.
That would have been a battle for the century. Or of the century.
Groggy, spinballed me on.
Son,
I can't say anything. I can't say anything.
He just outright like shoots tails.
It's a talking fox with two tails.
And then like Russell Crowe shows up with Tugger. Oh, Tugger!
We get on some really random topics.
They should make a Marvel vs.
streaming
DC
for
game.
you.
If they could ever work together again like they did in the Amalgam comics, that would be really cool. I would love to see a Marvel vs. DC game. Aquaman versus Namor, done deal.
Namor wins.
Namor totally wins.
Who did come first, Namor or Aquaman?
I believe Namor.
Namor.
I think it was the chicken.
did.
Boo.
Kanye.
I would like to see a Marvel villains.
Now, that I've heard that a lot too. Do you think, on that same note, that they should stop adding and possibly even remove the villains that are in now and make a separate game, a Marvel villains? Does it need to be two separate things, or can we have them both together?
Yeah,
It really
we can have our
depends
cake
on
and eat it too.
Have our cake
Just-
and eat it
It
too.
really depends on them.
Think about
On
the
how many of
concept.
the actual villains they say, okay, well, just because of this one time, he's a good guy now.
Think
You
about
know
the
what I'm
concept
saying?
of how Cryptic Studios and Paragon Studios did City of Heroes. They had their 6 issues of City of Heroes patches, basically. Then they released their City of Villains game. But around like the half lifespan of the game itself, before it got shut down, they fused the two games together, and actually later on, much longer down the line, allowed you to have your characters go from hero to villain and villain to hero, which allows, you know, the aspect of creating a character to be much more dynamic than, hey, I'm just a hero, or hey, I'm just a villain. No, now I'm a rogue, or now I'm a vigilante, or I'm... There really is no true neutral. You don't need that in this type of game because that type of progression, you don't have an individual story in this game.
Right.
Everybody runs the same exact type of story. So once they start adding the stuff of why, you know, the villains are showing up, which is going to be, you know, your Juggernaut, your Magneto, your Venom, and then probably more likely we'll have Thunderbolts show up that are official villains turned hero, whatever. That's when you start getting, you get a little bit of their story, but it's not like the complete... You're running through different types of stories for your character and creating your own story. You're playing as someone else, so there is no need for the Marvel Villains game, as it were, because everybody's in the same universe anyway, and there's no individual story for that character.
The reason why I wouldn't do a Marvel Villains game ever is because I wouldn't want to split the player base. Like, this is already a fairly small game in terms of play. I mean, like, I'm not saying it's, like, small or failing or anything. It's growing by leaps and bounds. But in terms of, like, the online MMO community, this is a fairly small title. And splitting a player base like that and asking players... Because what would happen is everybody would hop and play Magneto, Juggernaut, and you would only be getting money in that one revenue stream. And all of these heroes, I guarantee, would go to waste. People, if given the chance, will usually play villain characters. Like, that's like a thing. So it's okay if they're in the same game and you're experiencing all the same content. And like in this game, like you get your splinters, you unlock a hero, you typically play who you unlock. Like I see a lot of people play heroes. Like I would never think to play Rocket Raccoon, but he's on my roster, so I play him.
Right.
And so I think that if you split the games and you had only select rosters, you would never have people play hero side unless they were really dedicated to a hero. Like if you had the option of playing like Magneto or Xavier, who would you play?
No, Magneto.
Yeah, I mean, like, most people would probably say Spider-Man or Venom.
Venom.
Oh, well, okay. I might play Xavier if he was an old-school D2 Necro. Alright?
Yeah.
And that's what he could be. Like, y'all seen that scene where he turns the cops and points all their guns at people or stuff. Anyway, but... Actually, that was Magneto that pulled... Xavier could do the old school D2 Necro through charming abilities. He could do that. So that would be pretty cool.
Drop party real quick, NullRage. And let's do let's get some people in the 30s. Maybe this will be our last X defense, but let's hop in Hollow some really quick while we assemble a group.
Yeah, I'm getting what time is it? Oh, it's 9:30. All right. Yeah, I've got time for a little bit.
10?
A little bit more. Go to 10. All right. We'll go to 10, and I also have a few giveaways that I want to get done before the end of the stream too. But let's shoot for 10, and then we'll do some giveaways, and that'll be it for me. It's been fun, tons of fun. I have to come and hang out with you guys more often.
Let's do a little Hollow Sim and then do your giveaways, and then I am going. Ryback, are you going to start streaming right after?
Yep.
Okay, then we'll do this Hollow Sim. Let's see how far we get. Maybe it'll be fun.
Sounds good.
Do some giveaways, and then I'm gonna hop on Ryback's Sun stream and see what he's up to. And everybody, please follow. If you are not following the stream yet, please follow the stream. Please follow my stream, NullRage's. So twitch.tv/NullRage and twitch.tv/MalfeanWW. I am on pretty much every day at this point. I will be on tomorrow. I will be on Monday. And Tuesday we will have Leo Wild, the Rocket Raccoon player, of some note in here. Also, if you would like to go on to the forums, I have a post where I am currently trying to get a job with Gazillion, which is going pretty... it's a pretty big post. I don't know how the actual effort is going, but it's a pretty big post. I'm trying to do community management. If you like my guides, if you like the stuff I do, if you like the stream, please go on, say a few kind words, say a few not kind words, whatever you prefer to do. Any publicity is possibly good publicity. Last but not least, I am calling out Rylanor to a Hollow Sim off between my Iron Man and his Moon Knight when Moon Knight comes out, because I would like to prove once and for all who the true Honey Badger, as in the character who gives the least amount of craps in Marvel Heroes is. So please go and support those threads. Maybe Ryback will be kind enough to post them again, like he's done like 8 times already tonight, but if not, I totally understand.
I'm working on it.
As always,
Marvel is the honey badger.
Ms. Marvel, also a good candidate for Honey Badger. Anybody, last thing. Anybody looking for a Daredevil guide, because we've been doing rework Daredevil. My Daredevil guide is updated now for the rework, and I have guides on about 20 characters now, so if you pop into a character forum, you are very likely to find a guide for that character. And let me know what you think. If you need any help, if you need any items in-game, I have a contest running right now for a Loki pack, and there's tons of stuff going on. Get in touch with me if you need anything. I'm always available for talking in-game, on Twitch, on the forums. Just message me, get in touch. I love having a good time and hanging out with people in this game. It's why I want to do community management. I love all of you guys. And yeah, Iron Man Lazy Build is up.
And he has 20 builds up. I have 1. Yep.
It's awesome.
Right.
Go check it out.
Links are in the chats. First link is the Malfean Needs a Job. Second link is it's all of the builds in one thing. Click the link there. And then the last one is
Honey Badger.
Malfean poking the Rylanor Honey Badger in a challenge. So there you go.
So much Ryback for all your work.
And
Yep.
also, I've been told, now I haven't set this up yet, but last time I set up the Uberbanff race that we did, the race for 1 to 60 on Nightcrawler, and I came in second place, and there was one guy above me, Lunasa1, I think is his streaming handle, twitch.tv/Lunasa1. He's not a regular streamer, but the one rule that was issued by Malaysia, again, another streamer, Malaysia Online, check him out, the one rule was stream it. So, any amount of XP boosts and all that. So it's not all balanced playing field, and we knew that going in. But it was still tons of fun. And when I set that up, I had a lot of people say, hey, this post was awesome, you should do it again for Moon Knight. So, tonight after the stream, that's what I'm going to be working on, is setting up a post for the 1 to 60 race event for Moon Knight. I'm not going to be participating in the race, but I may do a watch everybody on multi-stream and commentate on it thing. I think that might be fun.
Is there a room for me to participate in that? Because I would love to.
Absolutely, yes. If you are interested in, and that goes for anybody, if you're interested in participating in the Moon Knight race from 1 to 60, there's only gonna be one rule: stream it. And we do this one rule because it helps to raise awareness of Marvel Heroes on Twitch. That's really the goal here, is raise awareness of the game, because it's an amazing game and worthy of attention on Twitch. And people like race events. So
the more people that watch streams on Twitch, the higher it ranks on the game's playlist. And in addition to that, if a certain stream gets a certain number of, not even just followers, but people watching the channel, although you should always follow the channels that you like to watch because that helps them, is you can eventually get up on the front page of Twitch itself. So let's say NullRage is doing his race and he becomes the most popular streamer of the race specifically. He could end up on the front page of Twitch, and people who randomly go there could be like, hey, this is a pretty cool game, I've never seen this before, and then our community just blows up.
Yeah, it does this. Actually, the viewer count rises substantially every time the Marvel Heroes shows up on Twitch. It has happened a couple times. I think the first time I noticed it was the streamer at the time was Kojento, and he's a pretty cool streamer. And then after that, I can't quite remember, but it did happen yesterday with the official Marvel Heroes live stream. And the viewer count went from somewhere in the thousands. Oh no! No, Malfean! I'm left to fight the Hulk myself. Alright. I will avenge you, my friend. It went from somewhere in the thousands to somewhere around 4,000 viewers.
Yeah. It topped that about a little under 5,000.
Nice. So yeah, getting front page is very, very helpful, and the best way to do that is to have a whole bunch of people streaming the game, it seems. Alright, I'm gonna take down this Hulk and avenge Malfean. And try not to get one shot like I did on my Nightcrawler. Oh man, he almost pancaked me. He almost pancaked me, dude.
You just Gamma Crush too.
Ah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna leave then because I can't get back up.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I don't want to go on. We'll call it wave 4 and we'll keep going because until they implement a way of having your partners rejoin you, I don't really like continuing after my party members have.
I agree.
Have been taken out.
I don't know that they are going to add that.
They said that. I actually talked to Heretic about this in a thread that I started called HoloSim Feedback. You should all go give it a read and throw in your own 2 cents. I encourage you to do that because the more feedback they get, the better this mode's going to get. And he said that there have been multiple requests for first being able to pick up your loot after you die in HoloSim. But right now the tech does not support that, so we'll have to figure that out. And then there have been quite a few, replies to that thread saying it would be cool if we could res our allies. And I came up with an idea, what if you had a charge bar that you gained, resurrection charge over time through completion. So, like, maybe I keep going without you, and 2 waves later I can bring you back because I've filled up this charge bar through killing enemies or completing waves or whatever. That would be cool, and it wouldn't be too. And one other person said, if you complete the wave, you should be able to res your partner. And I think that's a little bit too much. I don't know. There's some kind of balance somewhere in there, but I would like to be able to res partners in HoloSim.
I agree. Yep. Maybe even just like a live bank system where you get 2 banked lives, and then once those are gone, it's over. You have to share maybe if one person's really well geared and their partner isn't, then you
shared
get
lives.
Yeah, you get 2, and then if you got a really well geared partner, then your partner might carry you, and you might use those both lives.
And
make
throw
it like
in
the old arcade game systems where once you get a certain section of points for it, then bam, you get another life.
And throw in a teamwork
Pyro
system.
wave too.
Throw in some incentive to work as a team, so that you're actually incentivized to work as a team and keep your other partner alive because you're using shared lives, and when his life wears out, you can't just keep on going. I think if your partner goes down, then there should be a defeat mechanic. You should get the your partner went down, map closing in 30 seconds kind of thing, And some people might not agree with that, but I think that's what I'd like to see. Because like I said, I just don't like going on without my partner. Alright, let's do some giveaways. Malfean, do you have the giveaway app?
I do have the
Twitch
giveaway
app. Alright, in that case, I'm going to let you handle, I'm going to supply you with a few prizes and let you handle the rolling and all of that. So if you guys want to get in on the giveaways that are about to happen, you will need to, if you have not already, load up the multi-twitch, multitwitch.tv/NullRage/Malfean, or load up his page directly, twitch.tv/MalfeanWW, and you will need to type a keyword that he's going to give you in his chat.
What are we giving away?
First thing we're going to give away is a... Hold on, I gotta find it. Oh, here we go. No. Okay, I almost threw it on the ground. That didn't happen, though. Nobody saw that. It's fine.
Oh my god.
We're gonna give away a couple prize packs. One is going to be a PIM shrinking serum, and each of these prize packs are going to come with a Mists of Kunlun, the blue mist artifact. The one
amazing on Nightcrawler.
which, yes, absolutely. I've got it equipped on Nightcrawler. I love it. So one pack is going to be a Pim Shrinking, Mist of Kunlun, and a Brutal Balloon Bonanza. No, I take that back, actually, because the Brutal Bonanza... Yeah, I wanted to have these together. So, the Pim Shrinking, Mist of Kunlun, and Flames of Zarathos. That's gonna be the first package, and our next package is going to be a Hand of Doom, a Mist of Kunlun, and a Brutal Balloon Bonanza artifact. And the reason I want the Brutal Balloon Bonanza and the Hand of Doom to go together is because the Hand of Doom gives you Brutal Strike rating, and the Brutal Balloons pop on Brutal Strikes. So there you go.
Alrighty. So are you ready for the first prize pack?
We are ready. I hope everyone's ready. If you have not loaded up Malfean's chat, please do so now. And what's our keyword going to be, Malfean?
Keyword PIM. P-Y-M.
Keyword is PIM.
Someone put Om.
Om Shanti Om.
Very nice. Very nice.
That sounds great.
Send me an invite, Malfean, and head over to the training thingy. Shield training room.
You're not gonna give him that? You're gonna make me do all the work?
Huh?
Jeez.
I thought you'd want to be on the screen with me.
Fine.
I mean, I can do the invites. It's no problem.
Fine. A donkey roll all over your face, NullRage.
Donkey roll! Dueling donkey rolls. Let's do it.
Need a breather. Look at that. It's silly.
I know. I love this skill so much. This rebounding club. It's amazing.
It's disgusting. Absolutely disturbing. Alright, I'm gonna give it another, like, 30 seconds. You guys type in your stuff.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to find some artifacts for this guy. I'm still using
Demon is hitting for 2? Oh, it's a level 60.
Yeah, it's a low-level demon. That's one thing I hope they fix soon, is pets need to scale with your character level, not the item level. That just seems kind of ugh to me.
Okay, looks like we have, I think, all of our entrants. I'm gonna roll it up.
Alright, rolling it up.
Zero Sleep. Zero Sleep, who is not following the channel, please follow the channel, because you just won stuff, and it makes me really happy.
Happy! Alright, Zero Sleep, you said?
Erp, let me, Zero Sleep, we're gonna need your in-game name.
Oh, and you're the party leader, so it's up to you whether you want to do this. But,
yeah.
On my stream, whenever someone wins, I do this thing where after they win and have collected their winnings, I give them the choice. They can either leave the group of their own accord, or they can receive Das Buta, which is basically me kicking them out of the party, and rubbing my smelly feet all over the face. But so I'll leave it up to you. It's your stream. They're winning on your. If you don't want to boot them in the face, then you do not have to. But it has been rumored. It has been rumored. I stress the word rumored. To increase your chance to find unique items if you receive Das Boot. So it's up to you.
Okay, getting Ursak in here, who is our winner. Oh, whenever he's online. Yeah, log in whenever you get a chance. Let's start the next keyword up while we are waiting.
All right.
So this one is the HOD package.
HOD package. And a big shout out. A big shout out to my viewers. I probably wouldn't have a Hand of Doom to actually give away because my luck is crap. if I did not have amazing viewers that said, "Here, give this away." So that's awesome.
Okay, so toss me.
You
Toss
gonna hold
me
on
that
to it?
Pims. Yeah, and I'll put it in my stash. I got a tab free.
All right. There you go,
You
buddy.
have a tab of free space? Holy crap.
Actually, I don't. I lied. I'll put it somewhere. I'll put it in my costume tab.
I had a tab of free space, and then Daredevil got reset, and now all his gear's sitting in there.
I hate you, Daredevil. I hate you. Hey, keyword Doc. Please enjoy. Put your crap in.
Hey, thanks for the follow, guy. I've got Windows 0 sleep. Yes, there you are. Thanks for the follow, man.
And if you are not following me, please follow me, because it makes me happy and feel like I'm worthwhile in life, and therefore it rests on your shoulders that if you're not liking me, I have no purpose, and I'm a wandering vagrant, and will probably drink Yoo-Hoo until I collapse in a
Dude,
pool.
Yoo-Hoo is
of my
crazy
own,
good.
my
I
own
don't know what you're
disgustingness.
complaining about. Yoo-Hoo is amazing.
It's amazing.
I'll drink Yoo-Hoo and collapse with you too. It'll be fine.
Alright, yeah, I've, Kaneda, bought, like, every stash tab possible. Rolling the dice.
Hey, Zoner, thanks for the follow. Here we
Wilted
go.
carrot. Wilted carrot.
Wilted Carrot, congratulations, man. Hand of Doom, Mist of Kunlun, and a Brutal Balloon Bonanza. Awesome.
Wilted carrot. It's a carrot. Get in game. What is this?
Jolt Cola. Nah, y'all know what is amazing. Okay, here we go. I'm starting a petition. Bring back Surge.
Yes.
Oh my god.
It'll never happen. It'll never happen.
That stuff is
Loco.
dangerous.
Bring back 4 Loco.
We've got no. 4 Loco, all these energy drinks, they are nothing compared to Surge.
I miss Surge.
I've missed Surge so much.
Surge made people go crazy.
It did. I don't know what they put in that stuff. Something in the water.
I don't miss
but
heart
it's-
palpitations.
Right?
Quick question.
They used to have. Okay, hold on. I just gotta say this one thing, and then all right. They used to have Surge in the fountain drink machine at Chuck E. Cheese.
Ugh.
All right,
Disturbing.
just let that sink in for a minute.
Oh my
right.
god.
All right, go for it, Malfean.
Was that our? Are we doing another one, or is that it?
Did we get the HOD for Wilted Carrot? Where's Wilted
Yeah.
Carrot? He's logging in now.
He's coming in. Yeah, he's coming in. Do we have anything else? I can't remember. Like, honestly, can't remember.
No, not today. I do like I'm like stocking up for a massive giveaway because I haven't done one of those in a while.
Yes.
So I'll do one of those and that'll be sometime in the future. I don't know when. We'll have to see.
Sounds good.
But yeah, it's been a pleasure, Malfean, and if you want to, I'm going to go ahead and take off and start building that post. If you want to hook Wilted Carrot up with those when he logs in.
Hand of Doom, you shouldn't have.
Congrats, Malfean! Yes, Malfean's got a Hand of Doom!
Malfean wins the HUD!
Alright, way to go, Malfean.
What's a carrot? What's a carrot? It took too long. He's screwed. He's out, man.
Alright, guys, I'm going to take off. And all of my viewers, if you have not already, please follow Malfean and go watch him until he shuts down for the night. I think after that it's sorry, I can't remember your name. I'm bad with names.
Ryback Stun.
Ryback Stun. All right, Ryback Stun.
Yes.
Awesome guy, very helpful. By the way, I'm totally gonna steal you from time to time just to read chat to me.
Not a problem.
Who also has an incredible YouTube channel, and we're all going to go support it. But we're also going to watch him stream in now. So everybody, we can't have a null raid because it's a Malfean mosh pit.
Malfean oh, I like that.
The
a Malfean mosh pit. That's awesome.
Is gonna go hit up his stream.
Awesome. All right, so null raid onto the Malfean mosh pit, and then the Malfean mosh pit jumps on Ryback stun. And gentlemen, it was a pleasure tonight. It was awesome, very fun. All right, I will see you all later. Peace.
Have a good one.
Peace.